What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chad, aka Mr. World Class, aka King Crypto. Listen, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about calendar training today, and it's going to be about mastering your calendar. So we're going to talk about what can you do to use your calendar and your planner to really build out your organization to be consistent and effective. I can tell you, this is a game changer for you guys. You need to have you a planner. Okay, this one today is a 2023-24 calendar planner. So it has all my dates in it, and you can see I started here in October, and we're in November at the time of me shooting this video. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is number one, you want to put your goal right here. Okay, you want to put your goal right here. So if your goal is to make $100,000 a month, or whatever your goal is, 5,000, 1,000, mine specifically for this goal is $100,000 a month. You want to write it out and make it plain. It's very important that when it comes to your goals, you not only think it, you speak it, but you also write it down. $100,000 a month is done. You want to write it out as if it's already done on your calendar. You want to make sure you transfer that over every single month. I don't want to put this information on here because I got numbers on here, but you can see $100,000 a month is done. You want to continue to do that over here as well. Okay. Then outside of that, guys, what you want to do is you want to also, the first thing you want to do is start organizing your calendar with putting information in the calendar that's going to already be preset. Okay. And so the first thing that you want to preset is, if you look at my calendar here, guys, and I'm going to flip this around, hopefully, so you can see it the right way. But the first thing you want to see is that we have scheduled events that take place with the webinars. As you can see, let me show you here. See, economy webinars on Fridays, and then we got them on Mondays. So Mondays and Fridays, the first thing you're going to do on every Monday, go ahead and put your economy webinar, right? These are the live webinars from corporate. Put these on your schedule first. So on every Monday, just go ahead and put economy webinar, right? Economy webinar. Then on Fridays, economy webinar, right? Put those on your calendar first. That's going to start creating some life for you when it comes to your calendar, right? Because if you be committed to these webinars, plugging in, this is going to help you start learning the ropes of what's going on, how to present it, new information, new updates, and this is going to give you tools to plug people into, okay? Because you can always get them into a corporate webinar, okay? Now, another thing that I do, if you swing on over here, guys, you'll see a list of names here, right? These are my prospects. You always want to have your prospects. And then your prospects, these could be people that are in your family, friends, co-workers, people on social media, online, however you're prospecting these people. But these people are not just anyone, guys. I want to make sure that we're clear. This is not just anyone that you want to talk to. This is not your list building training. This is when you're out there promoting or marketing. You told somebody and they said that they were interested. Okay, now, if you're a part of this organization, you know we have our own info groups where you can get them into that info group, right? When you get them into the Trade Vote info group, you welcome them, right? Maybe we put a banner up or you welcome them to tag their names. Then you can put them here as someone to follow up with. So you can start putting names of, as you start putting people into the info group, you'll start putting their names here, okay? You start putting their names here. So why is that important? Because if you're not putting anyone in the info group, that means you're not putting any names here. If you're not putting any names here, that means you're not going to be able to have any of this magic starts to happen, right? So this is why it's all systematic when it comes to working your calendar, okay? So the more people you add in the info group, the more you're going to start having names here. As you start moving them along the lines, you can always use this as a reference point, because once you get them into the info group, you know the next steps, right? The next step is to get them in front of some information, which we have an overview that I've done that you can share, right? That's the next step. Or you can get them in one of these economy webinars that you have on your calendar. So let's say, for instance, let's look here that we have an AI boot camp. So if I have a boot camp and I make an announcement and say, hey, we're having an AI boot camp, right? AI money boot camp. and I tell you it's going to be today, whatever that day is, you want to go into your planner now and you want to put AI bootcamp on that date. And you want to show up to that bootcamp. And not only do you want to show up to that bootcamp, but you want to have people that you've already put into the info group that's on this list here show up to that bootcamp, because you want to move them around the bases, right? You've already piqued their interest. You got them in the info, and now their name is here. That means now you need to take them from the info group and get them into the bootcamp, right? And how does that work? Well, number one, to get them in the bootcamp, you need to get them pre-registered. So they'll use your referral link to get pre-registered in your back office, right? So that's going to help you now, because guess what? Now you have them pre-registered in your back office. So they're partially on your team. You got the hook on them, but they're not quite in because they haven't paid yet, but you did get them to pre-register so they can get inside the bootcamp group. Once you got them pre-registered inside of the bootcamp group, now you want to make sure that they show up to class. Right? So then when I say I have a boot camp, in your calendar, it should look like this. Boot camp. And you see this circle right here has number 4. This is how many people showed up to the boot camp. This should be your numbers. So if you show up to the boot camp and you got a circle with here with nothing in it, that means you showed up to your boot camp by yourself. You're learning, but you haven't started putting people into the boot camps. You want to start reaching out to these people, making sure that they're going to be on the boot camp. So now you'll have EA boot camp, right? And then you'll have a circle with a 1 in it, or a circle with a 2 or a 3. This means you have 3 of these people inside of here. This is when you're starting to build activity, right? Very important. Throughout that course of the day, maybe somebody from this list, they wanted to have a one-on-one or ask some questions. Maybe they wanted to get on the phone and ask you some questions about Monero or the company or Eacho. And you talk to them on the phone, or you talk to them through, maybe even you did a one-on-one and talk to them through social media on the message or voice message with them. Go ahead and put that information on that day. So you say, man, I had the AI boot camp, right? I did a one-on-one call with whoever this one-on-one call person was, right? Put their name in this slot right here so you'll know your activity for the day. Because you're going to be able to refer back to this calendar to make sense of who's on your prospecting list and who do you believe is going from cold to warm, right? Because you can go and reflect here to see, right? Now, once you do that, you can also see on my prospecting list, I have check marks. When a person actually joins and officially purchases a package, I put a check mark. This just lets me know these people are in. These people have gone through the process, made a decision to join forces. Everyone that does not have a check, these are potential prospects that I still need to reach out to, plug into. I need to check on them. They may still be in the info group watching, observing, and then I can look at these names and see who in these names have not been through a boot camp. They're in the info chat, but they have not gone into the boot camp. Have they pre-enrolled? See, when they pre-enroll, I also put them in the calendar as well. See, I got a new member alert, right? Right here, new member alert, right? So you can see, I can look at my activity. Look at this, new member alert. 1, 2, 3, 4 names right here, new member alerts. Also have some of my trade volume, some of the trade, how much I've earned. Excuse me for the coughing, but I'm going to get more detailed with this because obviously I made a lot of money through here, and I just started adding this to it because it's like all your data can go on here. When you start really customizing your calendar and putting everything in here. See right here, I can note on the 16th, right? New prospects, 1, 2, 3, new prospects. I got a new member alert, right? Shout out to Brian. And then I have Influencer 900 done on the left leg. I know this is on the 16th as I'm going to try to get that Influencer 900 done for both legs to go to the next rank. So I have some data here to kind of set me a track record. So if my team falls off or it goes stronger, I have track record. It got the economy webinar here. I have some new member alerts here as well too. Shout out to Terrence. You see, everything is organized here, right? Now, also right here, if you notice right here, guys, right here, it shows Echo launch. This is on the 19th. You want to go and put this on your calendar right here. This should be on your calendar because you want to reflect back months from now and know when did Echo launch. On the 19th of November, you want to put here, launch 5K, right? 5,000. What this means is 5,000 people was on the webinar. I put a square on this one so I won't get it confused with my circles. So I put a square and I put 5,000. So I know it was 5,000 people here. Echo replay party. I did a replay party after that, right? The same day. So look at this activity. I was on the launch. It was over 5,000 people there. I had guests there and members, team members there. But I also did a replay and had 12 people on that. So you want to see, this is the activity. And then you notice I had a new member alert. How does that happen, guys? Because of the activity. The activity. That's why they say, show me your calendar and I'll show you, I'll show you how much money you're making. If your calendar is blank, you're not making any money, right? Then look here. You have an enroll, a pre-enroll. So I have someone pre-enrolled. See? So in this day, think about the activity of what you're seeing. I want you to understand what you're seeing. You're seeing me showing up to a launch, me also doing a launch party, me getting a new member alert, and me also getting a new personally pre-enrolled person that will be then going to the boot camp. So because I see this, I know, okay, this person here needs to go into a boot camp so they can get the boot camp experience. This is how you move people along. And so you want to start filling out your calendar like that because this is going to keep you organized. And guess what? At the end of the month, if your prospects, let's say at the end of the month, some of these people, we get to the end of this month here, right? And let's say I still don't have checks on all of these people, then I'm going to assess these kind of people and see, do I carry them over into the next month? Or are these people just out of there? It just really depends. I may look like, for example, somebody may have left all the groups. Let's say if they left the trade vote info, I saw them, they left. I saw their name and it says, this person left the chat. Now I know this person is no longer interested because they left the chat. If they still had some type of interest, they would stay in the chat, but they've left the chat. And maybe they were in the boot camp and they left the chat and the boot camp. So now I know their decision is no because they left the info group, they left the boot camp group. So now I can take that person and just scratch them out. They're done. Not going to waste any time talking to them about an opportunity to make money. They've already made their decision based on their actions, and I understand that. So now I can focus my energy on other people who may be interested, and so this is another way that the calendar works for you. So all your activity needs to go in your calendar. Like, for example, today is what? The day after Thanksgiving, which is here. There's an economy webinar. Right? I can put this video at the time of this video of me making this video. I can put this on my calendar to show I am doing work. I could say on here for the day, I'm going to put master the calendar. Master the calendar video. Right? So this lets me know I was productive today. See, it may not be a guess right now or X, Y, and Z, but so far today, I've done something for my business. Master the calendar video. If I want to, I can say YouTube. So I'll know that this is the kind of activity I was doing for the day. Now, throughout the course of the day, some other things may happen. I can put on here Echo. It just really depends on what the rest of the day consists of. I can get some new enrollments. I may do a boot camp later on tonight if I decide to. I'm going to put that here. Whoever shows up to that boot camp, I'm going to put that number in there. I may get some pre-enrollments. I'll put that there. If I get a text message alert, someone joins the organization, I'm going to put that there. So I'll put down here in the 4, you see, I got a square with these numbers here as well. The square, I use the square for my new member alert. See, new member alert, 4 people came in that day. New member alert, 1 person came in that day. I put a square down here. Two people came in that day. New member alert. One person came in that day. See, so I use my circles, kind of like if I'm doing boot camp, I use my circles. If I'm doing new enrollments, I use squares. So you can kind of use whatever shapes you want, but this is how I kind of organize my stuff here. And this is what you want to do. So I don't want to make this training too long. I want to make it detailed enough so you can get the concept of it, okay? And you have freedom to put what information you want in your calendar that makes sense for you. But this is some of the blueprint that I use. But as you can see, you can customize it based on what activity or what's going on in your world that you're putting into these blanks. So whether that's YouTube videos, whether that's one-on-ones, two-on-one phone calls, whether that's showing up to the boot camps, whether that's getting new pre-enrollments, whether that's a new member alert, whether that's you connecting your Eacho, you can put that information in here. Connected my Eacho. See, look, Eacho connected by Hassan on Thursday the 9th. That's all I had going on that day. But at least I can go back and say, this is when I got connected to Eacho on the 9th by the owner. I can go back and reflect on this. So the things that your daily activity you want to put into your calendar, and your calendar should start looking like things are going on. You want busyness. You want to show you're putting in work. So when I say show me your calendar, you open it up. It should start looking like this. I don't want to show them numbers is over here, but it should start looking like this. I started in October. You see my calendar. People want to know, how did I become an influencer 500? Well, I had work in my calendar. I can go back and tell you how I did it because I can show you my members. I can show you everything. And now I'll start cranking it up even more and showing you this. Right? So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Master your calendar. What I want you to do is make a personal decision to go out and get you a planner. Okay, 2023, 2024, or if you're watching this in 2024, grab a 2024, 25, or whatever time frame you're watching this. Make sure that you have a calendar, a planner, and start utilizing this to build out your organization, okay? Get them plugged in. I do have 10 pillars of our whole system of how that works, you know, getting them plugged in, getting them, picking their interest, getting them in the trade vote info, from the info, getting them pre-enrolled so they can get in the boot camp. You get them in your back office and pre-enrolled. Then you get them in the boot camp. Then you make them show up to a boot camp training, right? Then from there, then they're already inside of the info. So they're going to continue to get updates and momentum, participate, and make yourself visible in that chat, because the people that you're inviting in there, they need to see you as well, not just me. So make sure that you're participating. If I write something, make sure you give it a thumbs up, a fire, or emoji. Make sure you leave a comment, because they're looking at you, because you want them to join forces with you. So you need to show them that you're actively participating in a part of the synergy and the movement. Remember, people don't join people, they join movements. And people don't say no to the business, they say no to you. So you want to make sure that you're reflecting your leadership and your participation in leadership by being organized and participating in the synergy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That's my time. And like I always say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top, because you're built for greatness. Remember, write your goal, 100,000K a month. It's done. Let's go.